I'm just gonna ask you some generic questions. First and foremost, I'm curious what motivates you to have a pro boxing match. Obviously, in MMA fights, you fought decorated boxers like Holly Holm. What was the decision like to do a fight that's strictly boxing?
This is the one of my dream, the one boxing fight. I started when I started before mixed martial arts, I did a little bit boxing, and I went to mixed martial arts, and I never had the opportunity to have a boxing fight. I did it all separate before. I did wrestling before. I did jiu-jitsu. I did Muay Thai fights, but I never had the opportunity doing boxing. So for me, it's a one dream come true. So it's really exciting. I fought Holly Holm coming from boxing, but Arlene Blanco too came from the boxing to MMA, and I have a lot of workers and people, partners training with me, doing sparring with me from boxing. So I'm really happy and excited for this opportunity.
I mean, you've sparred Clarissa Shields, you're a legend, and like everyone that follows women's fight sports knows who you are. You're a legend. Was one of the reasons that you went into MMA over boxing because there were more opportunities at that time in MMA?
I think it is. I think because my boxing coach, I told him I would like to do one fight, and he said, "Chris, I cannot help you here, but I can bring you one place you can. I can people can help you. Don't have a fight." It was a shooter box gym, a shooter box academy, and it was number one. The Vale Tudo mixed martial arts. So because this, then I was there. I just started doing MMA.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Tell me about like this being in Brazil. What's the atmosphere going to be like for this event when you fight there?
I'm really excited, happy, because last time I back to Brazil was 2016 when I did my first fight in UFC. It was amazing time, with my fans. I have 50,000 people there watching the fight. It was amazing, amazing opportunity. And I believe that this fight is going to be amazing too. And I feel very blessed because it's going to be my city and the same place when I fought 2016 arena. And I'm happy, I think it's a great opportunity and I'm being work really hard for do great fight for my fans.
When I see your pride when you do the weigh in and you have the Brazilian flag on your face. So I have to imagine there's tons of fans that want to see you live perform.
Yes, when I went to Brazil, because my career started in Brazil, and then I moved to America, and then just fight in America, and then you have the opportunity back to Brazil a couple of times, and I think it's really nice and a gift for my fans when they see the beginning of my career, and then now they can go to watch. After everything I passed through, everything they started with me, I think it's very special, and I'm very excited. I'm very happy this opportunity.
That's pretty cool. You're circling back. What weight will this be contested at?
No, I'm gonna be fighting 154 pounds. I believe it's gonna be almost 70 kilos. And no, it's not my division. No, my division I fight 145. But I think it's gonna be good fight, good weight.
Ah, that's fine. You don't have to cut as much weight. You can be
Yes,
healthier. It's
yes.
pretty obvious you can fight. I think you'll do really good. In boxing, well, like a big thing with your career has been finding opponents. Like it's always been hard to find opponents. I've watched your career for a long time and it's always been like I'm tuning in to see you, but the opponents, it's always hard to find one. Do you feel in boxing currently with such a vibrant landscape, there might be more opportunities for opponents that get the fans interested, like maybe a Savannah Marshall or some of those type of names?
I think it's a different sport. And for sure, I'm new, né? I'm a fresh beef there. For sure, they would like to. We're gonna show up. Some girls would like to fight me because it's something new for me. But make me very excited just to work and to train and to learn, and that's it. I just have to think at the moment now. My next fight, and in the future, I'm gonna be ready for the next opportunities.
Okay, and tell me about I was watching some of your YouTube, videos. You have a great channel, by the way. The
Thank
track
you.
workout you were doing with Brandon Thomas, very elaborate track workout. Tell me about some of these workouts you're doing, and is there any difference between the MMA workouts in terms of strength and conditioning to boxing?
I've been working for Braden couple fights. When I did for Julia Bud, I trained for him some sprint. And for this fight is going to be very special because it's a 8 rounds in 2 minutes, so it's really quick. And we work a lot of footwork and you work a lot of sprints. And for sure, it's a different training than MMA because it's just focusing in boxing. But you have to work a lot of bag work, a lot of drills, a lot of sparring, a lot of running, You know, it's a lot of things, but it's only different. You know, the mixed martial arts is different arts. You know, different. But it was a big challenge. You know, I think I'm gonna improve a lot in my boxing.
Do you have to change any bit of your fighting style based on how long the fight is compared to MMA? Like that it's 2 minute, like it's shorter rounds, but it's a longer duration. Do you have to make any adjustments in terms of your fight style?
For sure. I think it's no 2 minutes is very short, and I've been training 2 minutes. You know, before when I was doing sparring, when I have MMA fight, usually I was sparring boxing 3 minutes. You know, with the girls, but now we really focus on the 2 minutes because it's a quick, so it's a different the 5 minutes. You know, rounds, and for sure it's a different style a little bit.
So obviously you're focused just on this, but if you can end your career on your terms, how would you want this last part of your career to end?
You know, I want to continue motivate my fans and then share my faith with my fans and give a hope for them and continue fighting, give a happiness in their hearts. And I really love my job. I think it's the best thing when you love your job. You do it for pleasure every day. And you know, I feel like I continue doing my best and they continue fighting. You know, I believe I'm gonna fight more 3 years. You know, I wanna do 20 years fighting and this is one of my dreams, you know, back to doing the boxing fights. And maybe I'm gonna have more different fights, but I want to do the biggest fights for my fans.
You know, you bring up the 20-year number, and one of my favorite fighters is Mike Tyson. Tyson always brought up that number 20, and he actually fought all the way into the 20th year of his career. What is it about an elite fighter in that number 20 years? What does that signify for you?
Because I think I'm in 17 now. Is just and I don't feel in my heart I want to retire yet, and I put one goal for me. So the goal is 20 years, and then in the next chapter of my career, you know, and I've already been preparing my heart for that. But you never know, you know, it's my life in God's hands, and if it be short, if it be longer, you know, I'm gonna feel, I'm gonna know.
Okay, and I gotta ask you a final thing. Is there any MMA fighter that inspired you to take a boxing fight? Like, have you seen anyone having success that kind of gave you this idea to do it?
For me, I think the biggest for me, I would like to do a box fight because it's one of my dream. But I believe Anderson Silva doing great, and I'm very happy for me. You know, for him, he's very talented and very doing very good in the boxing, and I'm excited. You know, I'm really happy. But this is one of my dream.
Well, it is awesome to be able to talk to you. I'm definitely gonna watch, and I appreciate you taking time to talk with me.
Oh, thanks so much. It was my pleasure.